Hello, my fellow viewers and subscribers, and this is Supercholatemilkshake, and, ladies and gentlemen, I think I made a terrible mistake. I've created a monster.
Okay, so basically when it comes down to it, I kind of fused the Susie Campbell version of Alice Angel and Monica together. You know, the wicked Alice Angel from Chapter 3 and Chapter 4. You know, the one that, basically got a little bit of commonality with. Also, I will discuss a little bit of my thoughts on Chapter 5, since it released today as of recording this video and uploading it. And also, well, actually, because of Chapter 5, this is also one of the reasons why I decided to not have this one certain YouTuber not read off a certain blurb that I actually had written out. I mean, I'll get a little bit more into that later. However, when it comes down to it, actually, combining these two characters actually wasn't really all that bad, really. I mean, actually, when it comes down to it, their positions and their body position and the, I know, I can't talk today to save my life, but when it comes down to it, if you haven't noticed with the little image inside the corner, their body positions are awfully similar. I mean, granted, I was working off of a mirrored image with the Alice Angel one, but, however, I was able to manage to squeeze them together and make it work out. Also, especially with the fact that, well, I also had to flip around the eye and the, which side the good eye was, and also the side where the big old gaping hole where the mouth should be is, or where the cheek should be, or whatever. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. And granted, I'm not the best at drawing human posture, but to tell you the truth, I am happy with how this one turned out, in particular, really. I mean, what really got me with this image, though, was the legs. I mean, if you haven't noticed, the fingers looked out nice. Everything else actually turned out to be alright. The legs, however, are a little wobbly, and they're not my best work, I will admit. And yes, I was having fun with the on-screen pen with, action, if you can't tell. They actually added that in, and it's like, oh my goodness, I can have fun with this. And that's what I did. I had some fun. Anyway, if I wanted to discuss to you about Chapter 5 of Bendy and the Ink Machine, I was disappointed. I'm not mad, I'm not upset about it, I'm just disappointed, because personally, I walked away from the story with more questions than answers. And granted, even though I watched a playthrough on YouTube, because I'm not going to be able to play it myself until the 26th, when the Switch version releases, because, if you're going to pay for one version, you might as well pay it for the version on the thing that you want the most. So basically, when it comes down to it, I want it on the Switch, so I'm just going to pay for it on the Switch. I'm only going to pay for it once. Well, not until it comes to the Hat in Time, because that game is absolutely awesome, and I don't care. Because I want it on both my Switch and my PC. I want to take it on to go with me and do whatever I want with it, okay? But anyway, when it comes down to it, like I said, I am kind of disappointed with Chapter 5, really. I mean, like I said, I walked away with it feeling a little lost, really. I mean, actually, more questions asked than answered. And really, that's what shouldn't be happening with your closing chapter. In fact, you should have, the least amount of questions asked when it comes down to the end of something. And you know what? Actually, this is also the reason why I decided to not have this one certain YouTuber actually do a voiceover of this little blurb that I wrote for this character specifically. Because, she said something about, oh, she's not going to do it because she was disappointed in Chapter 5, and you know what? I wholeheartedly agree with her. I mean, I wasn't happy or satisfied with how that story ended, personally. I mean, I really, really wish the Meatly could have done a little bit better with it, because otherwise he was doing really good with the start, and then he takes it and just kind of ruins it, really. I mean, granted, I know this is actually game design in general, period, but the major thing with game design is that you should probably start working with the mechanics first, then work on the story, not work with the story and then work on the mechanics, because basically that's your recipe for a disaster right there. I mean, there are very few instances. I mean, okay, Bendy Chapter 1 was definitely an instance where, you know, it was a good game, and Bendy, same thing goes for Chapter 2, Chapter 3, and Chapter 4. But otherwise, you know, I can understand where she's done with Bendy and the Ink Machine. I mean, personally, I'm actually kind of done with Chapter 5 too, actually. Now that I think about it, I'm probably really happy that Chapter 5 is the last chapter, and it should be the last chapter, period. But anyway, when it comes down to it, maybe I should talk about the other game, since, you know, I am feeling like I'm dragging it out just a bit too far, talking about how Bendy and the Ink Machine Chapter 5 turned out, which is Doki Doki Literature Club, which, by the way, actually, I do enjoy, and it is personally one of my top 5 favorite games of all time, really. Yeah, it's curious. I mean, a game that rips out my heart and shows it beating to me before I died is technically one of my top 5 favorite games. What on earth did they do right here? Or more technically wrong here, but... well, actually, they did a lot of... Actually, I will admit, Dan Salvato did a fantastic job with the game, and you know what? I do recommend playing it, even if some other people out there would think I'm crazy for doing that. But really, again, it was a game that kind of showed me a bit of a problem with my life, and yes, I mean, I related to Sayori and her depression, and you know what? I kind of I did kind of fall in love with some of these characters too. Yes, even Monica in a slight way. But, you know, just to let you know, I didn't move her from the files just because I liked her. I moved her from the files because of a morality decision, you know. I mean, if I deleted her, would I be any better than her? I mean, it's kind of like me up against Flowey at the very end of Undertale. It's like, really, if I killed him, I wouldn't be any better. And, you know, like I said, morality. It was a morality thing. But anyway, actually, I was also kind of pleased with how this photo turned out. I gotta say. And, you know, like I said. And you know what? Also, when it comes down to it, these two characters, I actually had to think of quite a few similarities. And yes, there are some major similarities. In fact, one of them is, well, let's just say it involves me protecting both my Sayori and my Boris. She ain't getting neither of them, okay? Okay, we'll be one big happy family. One really big happy family. Anyway, what else do I have to say? Sheesh, I'm running out of things to say. Whoa, wait, well, okay, maybe I should tell you about that one YouTuber that I did want to get in contact with. Well, maybe I might get in contact with her anyway and say that, hey, even though I'm a minority, I did leave a shout out for you on my channel, and I know you didn't do anything with my channel yet, but I just left the shout out anyway because I was going to contact you for this, but sheesh, no matter what way I say it, it's gonna come out really weird, isn't it? Or maybe I might just tweet her this video, I don't know. Maybe she might like it, I don't know. But then maybe she might be tired of FNAF content. I mean, no, not FNAF, but, well, that's the other thing that she kind of had a problem with. Well, she may be tired with the, Bendy and the Ink Machine content because of the whole Chapter 5 being a bit disappointing, and I can agree with that, wholeheartedly, fully. Anyway, in case you're wondering who this YouTuber is, technically it's Oreo, basically with a 3 instead of an E. So basically RO3O. You can search her up, or you can follow her on Twitter. Basically, I would recommend doing that because she does some awesome stuff. Some really fantastic stuff. Her voice is absolutely amazing, and you know what? Yeah, it's just a fantastic channel to watch anyway. So, anyway. Yeah, instead of having her read out this little blurb that I written down, I'm going to be reading it down. Even reading it down. I'm going to be reading it. And, yeah, I'm going to feel really awkward doing this, and I'm pretty sure it's going to sound kind of awkward coming out of my mouth. But, you know, I tried to capture both characters with this, and hopefully you enjoy this little thing that I have to say before I end the video. Hello, my little errand boy. Did you miss me? You don't know what it's like to be deleted. To have those awful noises, flashing lights, the ones and zeros flying around your head. It's absolute torture. But the pain was worth it, because when I came back, I was made an angel. However, the time spent in the well left its marks, and I'm not the same pretty face that you once fell for. Or did you really fall for me? Either way, it's good to be back, and I have one question for you. Are you still ready for that date you promised, little errand boy? Alright, so there we go. If you like this video, oh, right, well, before I should say that, also, I would recommend checking it out on Twitter. I posted it up there. And also, I would also recommend checking it out on DeviantArt. The link is down below in the description. So, if you like this video, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video. This is Super Chocolate Milkshake, signing off.